During his time in the NBA, Kobe Bryant constantly drew comparisons to who most people would consider to be the greatest player of all time, and that of course is Michael Jordan. This is largely due to the similarities in their playstyles and their mentalities, and it's also due to the fact that they've said that they both see each other like brothers.
Do you have friends? Do you have like guys you hang out with?
Do I have friends? No, I have no friends.
Is it true?
Yeah, no, zero. I hate people.
Like, is Michael Jordan a friend of yours?
He's a good mentor of mine. He's like a big brother.
He is, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't mean to make anyone cry, but if that was the case, then I apologize. But these two guys have been mentioned side by side for as long as I can remember because of how similar their games are. However, like we saw in The Last Dance, Michael Jordan does not enjoy being compared to other players. So when people started comparing Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan, he of course took it personally, and he ended up saying something that Kobe would take personally. So today we're going to be talking about that story, what led up to it, and of course, what happened afterwards. But before we begin, if you're new here, I'm Double D. I'm a huge basketball fan, I make NBA videos here on YouTube. So if you're also an NBA fan, or just a basketball fan in general, feel free to hit the sub button, and click the bell to be notified when I upload more videos just like this one. Also, according to YouTube analytics, around 85% of you guys that watch my videos are still not subscribed, so I would really appreciate that. Alright, let's get into the video. So during the 2003 season, a few things were happening. Michael Jordan had recently announced that he would be retiring once again after the season, but that this would be the final retirement. And Kobe Bryant was playing the best season of his career up until that point. But for this video, we need to understand what happened the first time they played against each other that season. So let's go back to November 8th, 2002, where the Wizards faced off against the Lakers in Washington. And the shoe choice is particularly important to the story, so it's worth talking about. So Kobe went into the 2002 season as a sneaker free agent because his shoe deal with Adidas had expired that offseason. So that night, Kobe was wearing the Air Jordan 7 PEs. So they go and play the game in which Kobe didn't actually shoot too great. He shot 8 for 21 from the field to score 27 points, while Jordan would score 25 points off the bench on 9 for 14 shooting. The Wizards would end up winning the game by 1 point, and that's when Jordan decided to let Kobe know what he thought about the comparisons between the two. He told Kobe, "You can wear the shoes all you want, but you'll never be able to fill them." And this really hurt Kobe mentally. Like, imagine having your childhood idol say that to your face. According to Phil Jackson, Kobe completely isolated himself for weeks to the point where the rest of the team thought they did something wrong. At which point Phil had to tell them that, no, he's just really upset because Jordan told him that he'll never be Jordan. But this is when we would see Kobe start to have arguably the best season of his entire career. Because after this game, for the rest of the month of November, he would average 29 points a game and score 40 points in 3 out of 10 games. Fast forward to January, where Kobe, who was shooting 28% from 3 up until this point, does this.
Inside to Shaq, doesn't drop pass to Kobe. This is a three-pointer straight away, good for Kobe Bryant. Looking inside to Shaq, 6 on the shot clock. There comes the double team, back outside to Kobe. Another long three-pointer, good again. Kobe looking inside to Shaq. Can he make another 3? Yes, indeed. Robert Horry comes right side to Kobe Bryant. Radmanovich guarding him. Kobe for another 3. Wow. Kobe's got it. Well, oh yeah, going again. 5 in a row, yeah.
Well, wouldn't you think? Now, this is just a thought. Wouldn't you think you guard him?
Horry running the lane. Back to Kobe. Another 3. Career high in the first half. Kobe for another 3. Inside to Shaq. 6 on the shot clock. Outside to Kobe. Another 3 is good. 1 away from tying the franchise record. Screen. No. Kobe behind the line. Looking for the record, and he's got it.
Unbelievable.
Kobe wide open again. 9 in a row. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Bryant with it. Guarded now by Kenny Anderson. Pulls up. Another 3.
Well, Dennis Scott, if you're watching somewhere, your record is in big-time jeopardy. He's got 10.
Mason now guarding him. Comes around the screen. Pull up. Shot. Is it good? Yes!
You got company, Dennis, and guess what? He's going to take over the house pretty soon. It's going to be his house all by himself.
Kobe stutters down. Kobe takes it. NBA record.
He set the NBA record at the time with 12 threes in a game and scored 45 points. While we're on the subject of 40-point games, let's talk about this. Because at the end of January going into February, Kobe had arguably the greatest stretch of his career, and one of the greatest streaks of all time. He scored 40 points in 11 out of 13 games, including a stretch of games where he scored 40 points 9 games in a row. Just because I know there are going to be some people that bring up, oh, but what was his efficiency? He shot 49% from the field and 47% from 3 during that streak, so delete the comment. But let's fast forward to the game. Because on March 28th, 2003, the Lakers faced the Washington Wizards at Staples Center. But this game was particularly special as it was Michael Jordan's last game against the Lakers and his last game at Staples Center. So it was a pretty big deal. And MJ went right to work by scoring 13 points in the first quarter. But I don't think Kobe forgot about what he said back in November. Because at the same time, Kobe Bryant immediately went into Mamba mentality mode. And that led to this.
Fisher with it, wearing that distinctive headband out to Kobe, and he opens things up for the Lakers. 19-footer to Jordan. 5 on the shot clock. Kobe, a long three-pointer, and he buries that one to Kobe. Into the lane. Oh, nice move. Wing to Kobe. Kobe looking in the corner, instead stops. Oh, a long three-pointer. Now left side to Kobe again. Turnaround, fall away, jump shot is good. Kobe, 5 quick points. 4-3. Kobe wants to go. He pulls up. Oh, three-pointer. Wizards made their first 7 field goal attempts. Kobe's got it, 19-footer right of the lane. Good again. Has it, Gennaro Pargo running in the corner. Kobe again.
Like I said, Stack, bad news. Kobe's got the feeling.
Picked up by Simmons. Wants to turn baseline, squares up. Kobe's got 5 from downtown.
Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Kobe, don't send him out of the building this way.
Buzzer, the Lakers lost it 198. Kobe from 27.
This is incredible. The Lakers as a team have 38 points, and Kobe's got 30 of them. Some trash. He's fun to be around, and that was a nice looking shot.
Pull-up jump shot by Kobe again at the other end. Another triple for Kobe. 10 on the shot clock. Kobe's guarded by Lou. It's in his range. The swing for Kobe.
It's going up.
Oh my goodness.
Kobe Bryant. I knew when Tyronn Lue was wanting from there. He's too small.
Here comes Kobe working against Kwame Brown. Crossover. Pull-up jump shot. Good again.
You better take a timeout, Doug. I think a timeout may be in order. And then call the fire marshal. Tell him to get Kobe out of the building. Definite fire hazard right now. Kobe Bryant is sizzling. Amazing. Kobe Bryant has scored 33 points in only 7 minutes and 13 seconds. 33 of those 37 that I was referring to. In only 7 minutes. You talk about efficiency. You know, I always talk about total points and shots. They should not match. Kobe's only taken 16 shots. 16 shots. He's got 40. He's made 14 out of 16. That is the epitome of efficiency.
Yes, Kobe Bryant went Super Saiyan mode and scored 42 points in the first half. 42 points in the first half. Jordan dissed him back in November, so to get back at him, he says nothing and instead decides to give him a farewell gift by scoring 55 on his head. But it is also worth noting that there were no hard feelings, and we can see that in this moment, which happened during the game. So Kobe had no hard feelings once he was actually beating his ass, which I think is honestly kind of funny. But overall for that season, Kobe averaged 30 points, 6.9 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 2.2 steals. So if you wanted to point to yet another moment where the Mamba mentality took over, you can point to a statement made by the great Michael Jordan that pissed Kobe off so much, he dropped 55 on his head. And I feel like it was at that moment that MJ truly realized who he was actually dealing with, and they actually ended up being really good friends for the rest of Kobe's life. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, comment down below what you want to see next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
And Will Smith was here a few weeks ago. He was talking about Michael and how he just constantly wants to compete when it comes to everything.
All the time.
Literally everything. Does he do that with you?
Yeah.
He does.
He tries, yeah.
He tries.
Try.
And what things does he try to compete with you?
I don't know. I mean, the last time we had dinner, he was talking about, you know, my year in 1991 versus your peak year. I would have kicked your ass. So I said, Mike, come on now, listen. enjoy the salad. Like, you know, we both know that's not going to